Picture the single most important morning of your life. Millions of teenagers across India are living it right now, pencils shaking, sitting an exam that will decide whether they ever become a doctor. It is called NEET, and for a seat, more than 2 million students compete. Now imagine that for some of them, the questions on that paper had already been bought and answered, days earlier, for 30 to 50 lakh rupees each. The most important test of their lives decided before they even picked up the pen. This is the story of India's exam paper leaks, how a stolen question paper broke a generation's faith in the system and helped light one of the largest youth movements the country has seen in years. This is politics in everything. Today, the paper leak. To understand the anger, you have to understand what an exam means here. In much of India, a competitive exam is not just a test. It is the gateway to almost everything: a government job, a medical seat, a way out of poverty, the pride of an entire family. Millions study for years in tiny coaching town rooms for a handful of places. The odds are brutal, hundreds of thousands chasing a few thousand seats. In a country where secure jobs are scarce, that question paper is one of the few honest ladders left. So when a paper leaks, it is not a small scam. Someone with money has reached past the line and quietly stolen the future of someone who did everything right. The case that broke the dam was NEET 2024, the National Medical Entrance. Investigators alleged the paper was accessed from a school in Hazaribagh, in Jharkhand, before the exam, then rushed to safe houses in Bihar, where a solver gang worked out the answers and sold them. When the results came out, something looked deeply wrong. 67 students had scored a perfect 720 out of 720, several from the very same centers. The testing agency said extra grace marks explained it. Students did not buy it. Arrests followed across several states. The Supreme Court declined to cancel the whole exam for everyone, but ordered a limited retest and called for the system to be fixed. For millions who had sat honestly, the damage was already done. And here's the part that turned shock into fury. This was not a one-time accident. Year after year, exam after exam, in state after state, recruitment tests, teaching exams, police and railway papers, leaks kept surfacing. Exams canceled at the last minute. Results frozen for months. Careers left hanging. Behind the headlines were human beings, young people who had given their 20s to preparation and, according to Indian media reports, in some tragic cases took their own lives after learning their results would be scrapped. When a generation begins to believe the game itself is rigged, something deeper than an exam has broken. Trust in the state.
To be fair, the state did respond.
In 2024, India passed its first national anti-paper leak law, the Public Examinations Act, with prison terms of up to 10 years and fines that could reach 1 crore rupees for organized cheating. Several states passed their own tough laws. A committee led by a former space agency chief was asked to overhaul the testing agency. In 2026, dozens of officials were sacked, and the government moved to make the punishments even harsher. Supporters said this was real action. Critics said it was too slow and too late because even as the laws were written, new leaks kept appearing. The anger did not cool. It was looking for a spark. The spark came from an unexpected place. In May 2026, the Chief Justice of India was widely reported to have described the country's jobless youth using 2 words: cockroaches and parasites of society. Whatever was meant by it, for a generation already carrying the weight of leaked exams and vanishing jobs, that one sentence landed like a match on dry grass. You spend your youth doing everything right, watch the system fail you, and then hear yourself called a pest. The insult did what years of scandals had not quite managed. It gave the anger a name. Within a single day, that insult was turned into a banner. On the 16th of May, a former political strategist launched what he called the Cockroach Janta Party, a satirical movement whose very name was a parody of the ruling party. The idea was to reclaim the slur. If the powerful see us as cockroaches, then fine. Cockroaches are everywhere, impossible to ignore, impossible to get rid of. It was not a registered political party. It was a feeling given a logo. And it spread at internet speed. Within days, hundreds of thousands had signed up, and it counted tens of millions of followers online. Its demands went beyond exams to how India hires, judges, and votes. The movement poured into the streets, and its center was Jantar Mantar, the old protest ground in the heart of Delhi. Students camped, sang, and marched. And the education reformer Sonam Wangchuk, a widely respected activist, began an indefinite hunger strike in support, drawing national attention to the exam crisis. What made it politically powerful was exactly what made it hard to dismiss. There was no single leader to arrest, no party headquarters to raid. It was leaderless, born from a meme, and yet it was applying real, sustained pressure on one of the most powerful governments in the world. And then, something rare happened. The pressure worked. In late July 2026, the testing agency sacked dozens of officials. And then India's education minister resigned, one of the movement's central demands. The government agreed to sit down with the movement and review its 5-point plan to fix the exam system, and Sonam Wangchuk ended his fast, 26 days in, after assurances that authorities would be held to account. The Cockroach Janta Party declared a win and called off its protests. But here is the honest caveat, and it matters. A resignation is a symbol, and a promise to reform is not the same as a fixed exam. Whether any of this actually stops the next leak is a story still being written. So strip it all back, and here is what an exam paper really is. It is a promise from the state to its young people that effort, not money, not connections, will decide your future. A leak is the breaking of that promise. And when enough people stop believing the promise, they stop seeing a broken exam and start seeing a broken system, which is the exact moment a test becomes a protest. This channel keeps finding the same truth in the unlikeliest places: a heated car seat, a bar of chocolate, and now a question paper. Everything is political, even the questions on a page. This is politics in everything. Tell us in the comments, should a proven paper leak mean the whole exam is cancelled every single time? Subscribe, and next time a new arena, same game.